sir. BSc first year, semester first. Welcome to all the BSc first year students. In the last class, we have seen that is a class Rhodophysi. Example: Batrachospermum. Batrachospermum. So overall characteristics of Batrachospermum or Rhodophysi. Why this class is named as a Rhodophysi? What is the systematic position of Batrachospermum? Their occurrence, thallus structure or plant body of Batrachospermum, and what are the post-fertilization changes in case of Batrachospermum? What are the post-fertilization changes in case of Batrachospermum? Which is that fruiting body produced by zygote of Batrachospermum. What is the structure of fruiting body of Batrachospermum? What are the different parts of cystocarp which is produced by zygote of Batrachospermum? How the carpospores are formed in cystocarp, how they release, and from that a new Batrachospermum is formed. So all these things are certain important distinction points of Batrachospermum we have studied. There is a probability of what type of question will be asked in case of Batrachospermum. Already I have explained a 20 marks question in Batrachospermum. If there is a 20 marks question in Batrachospermum, at that time you have to be write down all these things, that is classification, occurrence, thallus structure, single cell structure, then reproduction, both asexual and sexual method of reproduction. While writing the sexual method of reproduction, you have to give a detailed accounts on reproductive bodies, gametes and their fusion, fertilization, zygote, then from that zygote, post-fertilization changes, then after post-fertilization changes, which body produced by Batrachospermum, that is cystocarp, structure of cystocarp, then there is release of carpospores. All these things have to be mentioned while asking a 20 marks question in case of Batrachospermum. So again, there will be a chance of a 5 marks or 10 marks questions on cystocarp, reproductive bodies, that is spermatangium and carpogonium. Spermatangium is a male reproductive body and it produces spermatia. Remember that in case of Batrachospermum, male gamete is a non-motile, and female gamete is also non-motile. So whatever the spermatia is formed, they are without flagella. Therefore, that is considered as a non-motile one. So these are some of the important distinguishing characteristics of Batrachospermum. So here we have to do one by one. We have to see the one by one, or give a detailed accounts on life cycle of Batrachospermum. That is classification or systematic position of Petrospermum, that is division algae, class Rhodophyceae, order Nemalionales, family Batrachospermaceae, genus Batrachosperma, and species is Monoliforme. So this is the systematic position or classification of Batrachosperma. It comes under class Rhodophyceae or red algae, order Nemalionales, family Batrachospermaceae, genus Batrachosperma, species Monoliforme. So this is the systematic position. So one more thing you have to remember here, why these algae are named as red algae, because they are having the excess amount of phycocyanin and phycoerythrin as a photosynthetic pigments. Therefore, they appear red in color and they are called as red algae. So after that, now after completion of systematic position, you have to write down occurrence. Where they occurs. Occurrence of Batrachosperma. So in India there are about 5 species have been recognized of Batrachosperma. In that, the most abundant one or most availability of the species of Batrachosperma is Monoliforme. There are 5 species, and almost all species are freshwater forms. They are found in pond, ditches, rivers, or at the streams of rivers. So on the basis of their locality and on the basis of their depth on their locality, if it is in a deep water, then the color of that particular alga green in color, and if it is going to be exposed to the sunlight, if it is growing on shallow waters, then it continuously exposed to the sunlight. Ultimately, the color of that particular Batrachosperma, the species of the Batrachosperma, is red in color. So it is present in freshwater pond ditches. So they generally prefers to grow in a warm water. So this is about occurrence. Here you have to remember that it is a freshwater, well developed alga which appears red in color. So after that occurrence, the most important aspect is they have to be described thallus structure or plant body of Batrachosperma. So before going to be details regarding the plant body of Batrachosperma, here we are going to describe a species of Batrachosperma, that is Batrachosperma monoliforme. Why this species is named as a monoliforme? Because the whole plant body of Batrachosperma is differentiated into 2 important parts. There is a basal one, that is prostate, and the part of the plant body which grows in upward direction, that is the erect part. The prostate parts, a part of the plant body which runs on the surface of the land, or a substratum, that is known as the prostate parts, and the part of the plant body which grows on upward direction, which is in a filamentous form, that is known as erect parts. So the prostate parts and erect parts of the plant body of Batrachosperma is mainly consist of two important branches, two important parts, that is main axis and lateral branches. Main axis and lateral branches. So the main axis is again differentiated into nodes and internodes. Nodes and internodes. So that is both prostrate and erect branches are having a main axis and which are differentiated into nodes and internodes. At the nodal region, there is a presence of two types of branches. There is branches of unlimited growth and branches of limited growth. So the branches of unlimited growth is again divided into nodes, consist of nodes and internodes. Nodes and internodes. But again, at the nodal region of branches of unlimited growth, there is a presence of branches of limited growth. So overall, on the main axis and on the branches of unlimited growth, there is a presence of a world of branches which are having a similar length. They are known as branches of limited growth. And in the form of word, therefore it is known as glomerule. Here, in case of Batrachospermum monoliforme, the branches of limited growth, their cells are in the form of bedded forms, monoliform. Therefore, they appears in the form of a necklace. And the cells are round in nature, and bedded in structure. Therefore, their appearance is very specific one. And in that again, in the branches of limited growth, there are certain fertile branches on which there is a development of, on this there is a formation of male reproductive body and female reproductive body, that is spermatangium and carpogonium. So after all these things, it had to be described a single cell structure of main axis and lateral branches. So here you have to be through outer wall, inner centrally located nucleus, chromatophores, and whatever the cytoplasm or protoplasm is there in both of these cells, that is cells of main axis and cells of branches of limited growth. So you have to explain with the help of figure. Here, while explaining the structure or thallus structure of Batrachospermum, you have to draw the figure. Nodes and internodes, main axis, branches of limited growth, branches of unlimited growth. What is the glomerule? What are the monoliform structure of the cells? All these things you have to explain. And after that, single cell structure. And now, after explaining the thallus structure of Batrachospermum, you have to go through to the reproduction in case of Batrachospermum. When the alga matures, it enters into reproductive phase. It multiplies and reproduces by both asexual and sexual method. The asexual method of reproduction is very simple, but the sexual method of reproduction is very well developed, advanced one, and it is a oogamous type. So you have to be focused more on sexual method of reproduction in case of Batrachospermum. What are the reproductive bodies? That is male reproductive body and female reproductive body. There is structure of spermatangium, then formation of spermatia. In spermatangium, how the spermatia are formed. Then what is the structure of spermatia? Then how they release this spermatia from the spermatangium, and as soon as they release in the water, and now they are in the search of female gametes. At the same time, on the same branch, there is a special female reproductive body formed, that is known as carpogonium. So that carpogonium, structure of carpogonium, though it is having a special structure that is known as trichogyny. So that trichogyny, there is a formation of egg. What is the structure of carpogonium? Here the female reproductive body is known as carpogonium. Then structure of carpogonium, formation of egg, trichogyny, and after the formation of female gamete, how these spermatia came in contact with trichogyny or carpogonium. After while coming with the contact with carpogonium, how these spermatia enters into the trichogyny, then there is a fusion of male and female nucleus. That process is known as fertilization. After fertilization, that zygote which is formed, that zygote enters into a post-fertilization changes, and from that, due to the post-fertilization changes, there is a formation of fruiting body which is known as cystocarp. And here you have to explain the structure of cystocarp and carpospores. So tomorrow we are going to be dealing about the details regarding the sexual method of reproduction in case of Batrachospermia. Thank you. Bye.